Well, many vacationers are headed to tropical destinations over February and spring break, but the Melanoma Foundation of New England is now taking the time to remind people of the dangers of not only the sun, but also tanning beds. Now, joining us to tell us more about it is Meghan Rothschild. She is a melanoma survivor. Meghan, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Tell us about this pledge and why you elected to be a part of it.
Sure. This is, it's basically a program called Your Skin Is In that's put on by the Melanoma Foundation of New England, and they go out and meet with high school students and college students around the New England area, urging them to sign a petition stating they won't go tanning.
Right.
They won't actively seek UV rays in order to obtain a tan. So it's a really great program that brings awareness to a topic that unfortunately is affecting this age group right now.
And we do seem to be seeing it more and more, especially at the college age level, where a lot of girls in college feel those pressures to be tanner.
Exactly.
So tell us about the importance of reaching a kind of a tough audience to reach.
It is, it's really difficult, but what's great about the Melanoma Foundation is we have a group of really young survivors. So we have everyone from age 16 all the way up to the 30s of people who have gone through this cancer, because it is the second most common form of cancer for young people ages 15 to 29. Right. And when you say that and then you couple it with a personal story, they actually do listen and they become really engaged. And what they learn about melanoma is that it's not just an easy cancer. It's not something you just get taken off. It can be deadly. It can become really serious. So it's been really great to work with them because the kids actually absorb the message.
Absolutely, and you actually did a public service announcement for the foundation, and we actually have video of that. So let's take a look at that right now.
After I had the mole removed, my mentality was anything but logical, because I actually went directly to a tanning salon from my surgery. And I remember thinking, oh, this stinks because I'm going to have a tan line from the steri strips. So after my diagnosis, they had to go in and basically cut out a big chunk of skin on my stomach and leave me with this horrendous, 5-inch C-shaped scar on my abdomen. Learned that just by visiting a tanning bed once a month increases your risk of melanoma by 75% is mind-boggling.
So very emotional. Tell us, what it took to first get through that public service announcement, but also the importance of it.
I think, sharing your story, I've been free and clear of cancer now for over 9 years, and it's always hard to share it. Right. But when you know that people are listening, or perhaps your message will impact the behavior or choice of a young person, maybe urge someone to get checked or see a dermatologist for a first time, or stop their tanning booth habits, or whatever the case may be, it really becomes worth it.
Right.
So a lot of us, there's a couple of videos on the foundation's website of survivors, and it can be really hard. You see videos of people crying or not being able to get through their story, but it's worth it in the long run if you can affect just one person.
Absolutely, and this is not something that only affects young people.
No.
We saw the tan mom last year. She was all the rage. So tell us about reaching all audiences as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We have quite a few 50-plus survivors that work with the foundation as well, and they share their story, because this also is a cancer that tends to impact older males, age 55 plus. So if you think about it, just long-term sun exposure that's kind of been compounded over the years. And unfortunately, not to insult the men out there, but they don't always pay attention to their health, and skin is certainly not on the top of their to-do list. So we try to reach that older demographic as well, because waiting to get checked or putting it off can lead to a higher stage melanoma diagnosis, which of course, decreases your chance of survival.
Right, and Meghan, you went through it. You lived through it. You had to go through the surgeries, as we saw in your public service announcement. Your message to young people, old people who have never even thought about going to a dermatologist.
My message is that it's not worth it. If you're scared or you're worried about what they're going to say, just get past that, because melanoma, if it's caught early enough, is 100% curable. It's an extremely easily preventable disease, and if we just start talking about getting checked and actually make the step to make the dermatologist appointment, it's so much easier to get a check as opposed to going through a melanoma diagnosis. So make sure you're paying attention to your skin. It's the largest organ in your body.